Many years ago, as a child, I saw a black and white picture of a whirling dervish. I don't remember when I saw it. I don't remember who shot it, but I still remember that magical moment. That one picture packed into all the magic, all the mystery and mystique that a schoolboy could handle. The awe that picture inspired has never left me. Then, a few years later, as a teenager, I made the acquaintance of Mr. Jalaluddin Muhammad Balki Rumi and became a devotee, a murid. It took me a little longer to connect the whirling dervishes to the Sufi order called Mevlavi, that Mavlavia, and to the fact that Mavlavia was founded by none other than Rumi. After that, I have been to Istanbul many a time, but I never found the time or space to devote to Sufism, Rumi, and the dervishes, which is why I'm here today as a murid at the Hoj Pasha Performing Arts Center, where the dervishes still whirl every evening. The word Sufi has its origins in the Persian word for wisdom. As an aside, I must add that across the river in Greece, the word for wisdom is similar, Sophia. Many associate Sufism with Islam and believe it is a post Islamic mystic school. But there is also a view that Sufism predates Islam and harks back to Christian mystics, to the mysterious Jewish essence, to the Pythagorean orders, to the mysterious schools of the Egyptians and the Zoroastrians. Frankly, I prefer the second narrative. Makes Sufism all the more mysterious and magical. There were many Sufi orders in Turkey, like the Mevlevi, who were essentially musicians, the Nakisbendi, who were scientists, the Bektasis, who were warriors. Each of the orders had its own lodges called tekes, much like the Christian counterparts in Europe had monasteries. But why did dervishes start whirling? The story goes that Rumi first started whirling to the beat of goldsmiths hammering in the market at Konya, and that he would whirl around and round as he recited his poetry. Of course, there are scholars who attribute other origins and some who say that whirling is prehistoric. But then I would rather go with Rumi and the goldsmiths. That's a cooler story. Like the one about Pythagoras discovering the foundations of musical tuning while listening to four blacksmiths at work. Now, why would you sacrifice such fantastic legends at the altar of accuracy? The word dervish means doorway, and the dance supposedly becomes a portal between this earth and the cosmic worlds. The dervish enters wearing a black coat, which symbolizes the grave, which he removes as he begins his dance. The conical hat that he wears represents his tombstone, and the white robes beneath his funeral shroud, and also resurrection. The dervish whirls with the right palm facing upwards, receiving the grace from the god, and the left palm facing downwards, transferring that grace to the earth. Rumi once said, "Those who turn in the direction of prayer whirl both in this world and the next." So here I whirl in Istanbul, between the worlds, between two continents, between two eras, between generations, my right palm up to receive the grace of a bygone time, and left palm down to channel that magic into a new era.